How do you make your websites look less cheap, less templated, more awesome, more expensive? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you the most effective way to actually upscale your website designs, make them look more expensive, and therefore charge more for those websites. There is a huge difference between cheap-looking, templated, vibed websites and something that's a little bit more mature, a little bit more custom, a little bit more quality. And there is one way, in my opinion, that is the easiest, lowest hanging fruit to upscale your website designs and make them look massively better. And the solution to that little problem is photography. That's right, photography is the easiest way to make your websites look just oh so much better. But before we show you the good stuff, let me show you a couple of the bad stuff, because you've probably seen websites and designs just like the ones I'm about to show you with the type of imagery inside. You've probably even designed a few yourself. Shots fired, watch out. Let me show you some bad examples so I can give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I have a template over here that you could purchase, and this template looks like a lot of real websites online. This is a medical website, but we have seen this girl smiling at the camera with the perfect teeth in the glasses a million times over, right? So we got to get away from this type of stock photography where the lighting is perfect. Everything is posed. It makes your website actually look like this template that's for sale, okay? Every single image always looks like the same thing. It's the same helpful person. It's the same smiling person. It's the same type of person. Over and over, you've seen this type of stock photography. It's not special. It makes your websites blend in, fall into the background, and look like less than they actually are. So we got to do something better with photography, and the very first thing you can do to make your designs better using photography is to stop using free stock photography. I know all of you Pexel and Unsplash fans out there, you're going to be really sad about me saying this right now, but if you go out and find some quality stock photography, it's gonna make all the difference. I actually went out and found a few pieces of stock photography to replace these ones here. So for instance, my guy sitting at the desk, I replaced with this really kind of fun organic shot of this young lady sitting in front of her computer. What I really love about this is she has a coffee mug in hand. She has her plate or her teacup or saucer down here. Her desk is a little bit messy. There's warmth in it. There's plants behind her. The scene is not perfect. She doesn't have glasses on. Thank you so much. And she just looks like a normal person, not like an Abercrombie and Fitch model that was shoved into this image. Image number 2 are shaking hand guys, just really generic. It's used by everybody. We've seen it over and over and over. How about we introduce something a little bit more kind of like unique? And that would be this piece of photography that I purchased that just says something really, really cool, right? Her makeup is rad. Her hair is different. Her outfit is really cool. Her nails are fantastic. Like, all of these things are unique and different, and that's all you're really looking for. When you buy really nice photography, you're going to be looking for unique, awesome things, and that's what you find in really good photography. Before we get too far along, you might be asking yourself, where do I get this type of quality stock photography? And I would highly recommend that you check out Stocksy. Stocksy is a website full of curated galleries and amazing, diverse, and unique photography that you can use for your projects. You can head over to Stocksy.com and you could look for an image, including something like maybe a designer. Go ahead and press enter in the search bar, and you're going to get lots of unique, interesting, and awesome people and subject matter that comes up. Not that same old, but things that will actually set you apart. A few of the things I really love about Stocksy that make it really unique and really interesting is that you can create curated galleries and actually share those galleries with stakeholders, with clients. So I've created a gallery for the website project that I'm working on, and maybe I really love this image. I want to find more imagery that's like this. I'm going to go ahead and click on this image. As you scroll down, you can search by that photographer. You can search by keywords. You can search by the colors that are included inside this image, which is going to be a really big deal coming up here in a minute. But hands down, this has to be the coolest feature of any photography website of all time is on Stocksy. As you scroll down even more, you can find things that are conceptually similar. That means that if I'm looking for some sort of really cool, hip, trendy, young lady who's wearing kind of cultural garments like this, now all of a sudden I have similar angles, similar subject matter, similar people, similar vibe all being shown to me. And so maybe this one is a good one for me. There's another great example. That's a great shot right there. Just so many different examples of things that might work for me. I cannot recommend Stocksy enough for those of you who are trying to elevate your designs using photography. Yes, it's true. You have to pay for these photographs, but the truth is you get what you pay for. But I'll say honestly, with Stocksy, you get even more than what you pay for. It's a phenomenal deal. You should definitely go check it out. There's a link in the description if you want to go check out Stocksy for yourself. Tip number 2 is to integrate the colors from your photography into the colors of your project, or vice versa, the color of your project, and find the photography to match. If you have a brand that has specific colors, try to find photography that matches those brand colors. If you don't have any brand colors and you kind of have maybe a project without a brand, start with the photography and then use that as inspiration to kind of influence the brand. So here's an example. Back in our project, we have kind of like this generic photo of our happy girl kind of smiling at the camera. And right now we have like a really clinical, really corporate kind of blue that we're using here. And it's because I was just going for something safe. But what if we found an image that was just a little bit more interesting? Like for instance, this image. I find this image to be a lot more interesting. She's not looking at the camera. Culturally, she's a little bit more interesting and diverse. She has really cool colors, this really great neutral in the background, and she has really great colors on, like great color coordination that are kind of matching here and matching in the background. What if I kind of took some inspiration from this image and actually implemented it into the actual hero, the header of this website? What would that look like? Well, it might look a little something like this. You can see I've added her into my layout here, and I'm still positioning her off to the right, same way as the other design that I was working on. I've taken these colors and actually implemented them into the entirety of the design. You can see I'm using the neutral from the wall behind her across the entire top of the head of the website. I've actually implemented some of the greens and some of these kind of like peach colors into the actual layout itself. So the brand or the buttons or little squiggles or little elements, I've brought in certain dark colors from the background to influence my text and my typography. This feels like a lot more of a seamless, fun experience, and it's the photography that helped influence these design decisions. Last tip of the day on how to upscale your websites using photography. It's something I've mentioned a few times now, but I really want to drive the point home, is to use diverse subject matter and diverse and unique imagery. Don't use the same old thing. Don't use the same old people. Use something different. Go out on a limb and find something really unique and interesting. Let's do a little left and right comparison here on our design. We have the original here that's very generic, very templated, and on the right, it's very diverse. It's very unique, very upscaled. It's making this site look a lot more expensive, just a lot better in general. You can see the use of color kind of connecting. Diverse subject matter, diverse people, usage of color, really fun and interesting things. Instead of using forward-facing, smiling people that you've seen a million times, try different types of people, different types of angles. Again, we're looking for warmth and fun and style and diversity and uniqueness and energy. People should look at the images in your websites and think, wow, this is amazing. I want to be a part of this. A picture tells 1,000 words. So make sure you're using the best photography for your projects to amplify them, to upscale them, and you won't go wrong. Well, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you did by leaving a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I do lots of videos about design, development, and freelance and design tips just like this one. So stick around by hitting that little bell notification icon so you know when more videos come out. I hope that you're having an amazing week. I hope you're designing amazing things. Hope you're making amazing things. And I hope you're choosing the type of photography that'll upscale your projects and get you tons of clients and make you lots of money. We'll see you in the next one.